Have you ever wondered how artists, crafters, and makers are able to earn a living selling what they create? Or what their studio or typical day is like? Hi, I'm Jenna Herbert, and you are watching Make It TV, where I interview creative entrepreneurs in their studio to find out how they're able to do what they love. My first interview is with Leah Emmett, who started Inner Fire Apparel after her friends just loved the Christmas gifts she was making them. As a yoga instructor herself, Leah intends to make clothing that remind people to be intentional, conscious, and have fun on and off the mat.
My name is Leah Emmett, and my company is Inner Fire Apparel, and I do eco-conscious and ethical apparel locally made in Vancouver. I got started about 3 years ago, and I was a yoga teacher at the time, and I had a medical leave that gave me some free time to start exploring my creativity. Started actually with yoga props, and then I started screen printing as well. So from there, the company grew more into a clothing company, and a year ago I added some sublimated eco-friendly leggings made from recycled polyester, and now it's a full-fledged clothing company. It's hard. You have to really know that what you're doing is something you want to do. Like, with the business comes all these other people, these customers, and if you can't relate to those people, then it's not going to jive. Well, I was quite lucky because the yoga studio that I was working at had a retail section, and they decided to pick up my stuff pretty quick after I started wearing it around the studio. And yoga studios are my retailers. It's kind of a niche that not everyone gets if they don't have stuff that appeals to yoga people, but I was quite lucky because there's a huge network of yoga studios all across Canada called Moksha that initially started to pick up my stuff, and from there other studios started to follow suit, and it's been great. I've got over 100 studios now that carry my stuff, so it's great. I love what I do, and I would say that the hardest part was getting through the last 3 years, but the most rewarding thing is just seeing how far I've come. And it's been really great to see the impact on other people, and just hearing from others, my customers, and other people that have been part of the business, to just see how far it's come. So it's really been the best thing I've done for myself in my life ever.
Along with his wife, Katie, Paul Morris is a co-founder of KT and Paul. Together, they make beautiful hand silkscreen, hand-painted, limited edition art. Originally from London, Paul has been on the market scene for quite some time and has lots of wisdom and great stories to share.
My name is Paul Morris. My company is KT and Paul, and we are artisan printmakers. We got started back in London about 15 years ago, and we set up a silkscreen print studio there, and we've been in Vancouver for 4 years, and we have a print studio here but doing more artwork. Worrying about money, and you do worry about money, of course. Any business, no matter what you're doing, especially, we're fortunate we don't have any staff, we've got no one to pay, there is the two of us. But I've still got children to support, and Vancouver's an expensive place to live. The hardest thing in the beginning was the funding, the money worries, the responsibility of doing it full time. But with the commercial print that we were doing, it made it a lot easier to do our brand, as we called it then, on the side. Just got to keep on trucking. Just be positive and just, go for it, because you can't look back in 10 years and think, oh my God, I wish I'd done that at that point. This is my sun and rain painting, and this is the first one I did when I moved to Vancouver, and probably one of my best-selling pictures. So we print them with pigment on cotton paper, and then I hand finish each one with acrylic. Sticking to the same kind of palette every time. Because I'm doing them one at a time, the colour does change slightly with all of them. So you are getting something unique. It's nice to think that there's a lot of our art hanging in people's houses, and hopefully making them happy, and they're looking at it, and hopefully it looks beautiful, that's all, and they'll have it for a while.
My last interview is with Monique Ouellette and Claudia Krieger, who are the co-founders of A Trace of Grey. Together, they hand make leather goods, so they are one of a kind and made with pure intention and love. Plus, they have the most gorgeous studio.
My name is Monique, and I'm one of the co-owners of Trace of Grey Designs, and we make one-of-a-kind, handcrafted leather goods. So bags, belts, wallets, journal covers. Everything is done the old school way. We don't use any machines at all, so that means we hand punch, we hand cut, we hand stitch.
We're also different. We're also individual and unique, and we have different needs in terms of the things that we need to use on a daily basis. So if the specific items that you're looking for don't exist, you can come to us and we'll sit down with you and talk about what it is you're looking for and then actually create it for you.
I've always loved style as a little kid. So it's no surprise to me, even though I did not predict that this is where I would be, but aesthetic and design is something that I've always noticed. Like the feeling I have right now, even being here and working, it's effortless and it's my job. So it's just a joy. So it's an interesting combo.
Sometimes it feels discouraging because people tend to have that idea that in order for you to be successful, in order for you to live a comfortable life, you have to continue to grow and get bigger and outsource and find a cheaper way to do this so that you have more profit. And people have often asked, well, when you're rich and famous, you know, when you've got your stuff in New York, and I always kind of look at that idea and I realize, I don't know if that's really what I want. Like, I don't want to be that bag that is all over the place, that is super accessible and everyone has one, because even if they are different, it's still nice to know that we're small and it's all about what the two of us do, and it's about the love and the joy that we put into each piece.
I hope you enjoyed hearing these stories as much as I did and are inspired to start making something yourself, or at least support other people who are. Thank you so much for watching Make It TV, and if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends. I'm Jenna Herbert, and I'll see you next time on Make It TV.